and we will enjoy this informatic webinar by our outstanding PhD candidate, Ahmed. Since there are new students come and maybe did not attend yesterday's webinar, please, Ahmed, give us a brief introduction. And today's topic is about also about how to improve your research ability, like how to use the PowerPoint in your research. It will be also very useful. And no more further ado, let's welcome Ahmed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zoe, for your kind introduction. Hello, everyone. Let me first start sharing my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Hello, everyone. Firstly, thank you for your attendance today. And for who didn't attend yesterday's sessions, I'm ahmed.alengebawy. I'm from Egypt. I'm here as a PhD candidate at Huazhong Agriculture University, major of bioenergy and engineering. Today, our session about how to use PowerPoint to make a good graphical abstract. Firstly, I would like to refer to something that the admission in our university is open now, and it lasts until the end of March for master and PhD scholarships. Just you can, if you are out of China, you just can search about IC Huazhong Agriculture University in Google, and you will find the link here. All details are available on the English website of our university. And if you are stuck in anything, you can just send an email at studyinhzau@mail.hzau.edu.cn. So I will just keep this screen for a while if you want to take a screenshot, and we will start our session directly. Okay, today's session comprises of we will know what is a graphical abstract and why we make this graphical abstract for our research articles, and what is the properties of the graphical abstract, and also how to use PowerPoint in creating such good graphical abstracts, and how to get the tools and the items of this PowerPoint, the external and internal items. Also, we will learn together the implementation steps of making graphical abstract, and we also will have a practical example like yesterday. The first part, we have to know what is a graphical abstract. So, graphical abstract, as you see in this image, is a single photo comprises of some elements like summary of your abstract, and it focuses the main findings of your article. Okay. Also, it could include some data, some results, some charts like that. You just can start by stating your research point, the methodology, and the main outcomes, and we will see more this in details later. Also, the graphical abstract it refers to the main idea of your research. So, for example, if I have a look to this image, from the first look, I can understand what is the main object of this article. For example, we can see the last one here. It refers to the accumulation of heavy metals and pesticide together in plant and soil. So by this rule, the human beings can eat this plant, and the accumulation of heavy metals can also be in the human bodies, and it causes some diseases like that. Also, the human bodies can uh, uh, directly by inhalation uh, uh, affected by the heavy metals and pesticides. So this is just a general idea about what is a graphical abstract. So why we do this graphical abstract? And we can find some journals now. The graphical abstract is mandatory in some journals. Firstly, to animate your science. We all know that the visualization of everything is more better than the text. So if you just need to read this text, it is a little bit boring. It is not memorized well. But if you just saw an image like that, you can memorize it, and it is easy to understand. Second one is to focus and emphasize your results, your main results. So if I want to get the main idea of an article, I just have a quick look on the graphical abstract, so I can just understand the main idea of this article. Third, you can attract your audience. So this is a study was done about graphical abstracts and its impact on the visibility, download, citation, views of your article, and compared with non-graphical abstract articles. And for sure, these items can be enhanced if your article has a graphical abstract. Here's another study also was done about promoting your research using infographics and visual abstracts. Also, this work emphasized that if your article has a graphical abstract, these targets can be achieved. For example, they stated that about 80% of clinicians prefer infographics instead of text. Also, 6.5 times more memorable than text. Also here it is 8 times more shares on social media and different platforms. And finally, it is 3 times more than the non-graphical abstract articles in downloads and citations and so on. So what is the styles of graphical abstract? We have about four styles, four different styles. The first one is the classical diagram. This diagram is traditionally created in this way, and it is common in chemistry field. And it is, as you see here, it is just traditionally created. The impact of this type of article of graphical abstract, uh, it just attracts the experts than public. So if you just make a graphical abstract like that, it will attract experts more public. The second type called p-value diagram, or it is also called visual abstract. But this abstract is most common in medicinal field, as some treatments, some statistical work can be done, and you can just can show the impact of these treatments. About attraction, it is a little bit higher than the previous one in terms of public. It attracts some public audience. The third one is infographic graphical abstract, and this type of graph has less data and more scientific message. So you can just, it is like infograph, just focus on the main message of your article, and it just attracts public more than experts here because it has no more details. The last one is comic strip graphical abstract, and it just reflects your main findings in a funny way, but it has a limitation in use because it just used in some specific fields like arts and humanities, and this attract public more than experts. So the second part, we have to know the characteristics and properties of the graphical abstract before creating it. Here I just copied this text from a journal called Bioresource Technology. They just give instructions about creating graphical abstract. The first thing we have to note here is the graphical abstract is mandatory for the journal. So as I said, it is mandatory in some journals and it is optional. But the direction now is to do graphical abstract for many journals. The second thing, it should be present your work. It should be clearly. It should be concise. It should be created well. Also, they have some requirements in terms of image size and resolution and so on. At least minimum of this height and width pixels, at least minimum of this size in centimeter or inches, and at least resolution of 96 dpi. Oh, sorry. Sorry for that. They also here recommend some extensions if you want to send your graphical abstract along with your paper in TIFF, EPS, PDF, or Microsoft Word. So here is some examples of my own work previously published. It is just a graphical abstract and a type of graphical abstract. We will just talk about the styles and types of graphical abstract later. When you look here, it contains of three main parts. The first part is the object and the problem of our research article, and here the methodology of the article and the main results here of this article. Here is another type of graphical abstract. We already talked about it before. It's also merge about emphasize the effect of heavy metals and pesticide on plant and viral in human beings. This one, we will have a practical example on this one. It's also created by me. It is treatment of biogas slurry and biogas manure by different types of materials. We will talk about it later. So how can I get the sources of PowerPoint items or the items I use to create graphical abstract? I strongly recommend these two websites, especially the first one, VectorStock, because it has more than 3 million, 32 millions of images, and this one, Servier Medical Art, is just for medical, So this one is a little bit general, and it has many vectors. You can we will try it later together. This is the interface of VectorStock. You can just search about your word here, and you will find millions of images can be used in graphical abstract. And here is the interface of Smart Servier Medical Art. It has these 4 parts. You have something about anatomy, biology, medical, and some general items. We will show it later. Also, one of the most important sources is the PowerPoint sources itself. You can find 3D models here. By just typing your keywords here, you will find some models here in different fields. Still in PowerPoint, you also can find some icons here, and it's white and black icons, but you can also color it. We will also try it in the practical example. The last source here is to search in Google, and just you have to write the keywords followed by vector. So you can just find something like this animation, and many vectors can be found on generally research. So what is the steps of implementation? Your graphical abstract is the most important part. Firstly, we have to know what is a graphical abstract and uh, what is the main parts of this graphical abstract. Firstly, the first part is to introduce your research point and your objective. Uh, and one of the most important characteristics of your graphical abstract, it starts from left to right and from up to down. This is a rule, you have to know it. The second part is to put your methodology here. So you can just show what was done in your research, and finally you can just focus on your main results. And if you want, some journals recommend to just make a header and footer here. In the header you can type something like a title, and in the footer you can write a brief conclusion about your article. The second step is to planning your content. What is the meaning of that? Firstly, you have to write your abstract. Abstract has some specifications. This is also abstract of one of my research articles. Each color here, each color refers to a part of this abstract. For example, the yellow one is the context of your paper. Then you have to write the objective, methodology, results, and a brief conclusion at the final. So by planning the content, this content, now you know that you know what you will make in your graphical abstract. But make sure to just focus on the main findings of your article. The third step is the conceptualization of your graphical abstract. So by handwriting, you can just draw on a white paper, draw what you will make. Just draw it firstly as a croquis. You can just make a notes. You can try to find some places for images, for icons, for titles, for subtitles, something like that. And some journals also recommend to write the author and journal and publication year. Fourth part is to choose your layout. It is important to determine your layout here. The first layout is 3 parts besides each other, like this one, like this example. The second one is up and down, like this. You can start from the top and go to down, and from left to right. And there's a random layout. It is just you can put your items randomly, and you can just use some arrows to refer to the flow of your graph. Final step is to finish your graphical abstract. After writing abstract like that in these parts, you have to focus on the main points of your abstract. In this example, the main point in this abstract is that the ammonia nitrogen concentration is high, so it need some treatments to just remove nutrients from this biogas slurry. So the first part is the problem of the research, the ammonia concentration. So it just shown here is the first part of the graphical abstract. The second one, from the methodology, how to treat this ammonia nitrogen concentrations. It was treated in this example by BAC, biochar, and membrane filtration. So it shows here what was used, and the treatment process, and the membrane filtration, and finally the removal rates of this article. It just showed here. So now we have a complete graphical abstract, and it shows the main points of the article. So let's go directly to the practical example, because I think it will take time today. So I prepared here a practical example, this one. So before starting, we can just have a specification of our slides as recommended. They recommend 5 multiplied 13, but I usually use 6 multiplied 13. It is a little bit convenient and just to handle your items in the slide. So I have to show some items I used before, and I will show the preparation of these items individually. I firstly will show the VectorStock website. For example, I will just search about plant, for example. We can find different types of vectors here: plant root, plant leaves, whole plant, and many vectors can be used. That's why I recommend this website, VectorStock. So you can directly, like that, open, for example, this photo, and you have free download here. The quality is not that high, but it works. It still works. You can just save or download this photo from here and directly insert it in your PowerPoint. The second website here is this. You can just start by sections, and you will find different types of items here. Here is also something related to genetics and lipids. We can just open this one. You will find many vectors like that. You can use it. Also, you can download all slide set here also. It's back. Here is some general items, and I think it works with many fields like lab equipment, chemicals, animals, like that. For example, if we just can open this one, we will find different equipments here can be used in the graphical abstract, and it will give a value to your graph. So I recommend these two sites in importing your items. Also here in Google, you can just write any word and followed by vector. From images, you will find also many vectors from different sites. You can just use it directly by open it and click copy. Here, copy images, and directly you can paste it here. And you can start to treat your image as we will show now. So the different images have some problems. I will show it one by one. The first one is part of image. For example, I saw this graphical abstract on a website, and I want to take just this part, small part from it. So I just take it in another slide to work on it like that. And for example, I need this tank. I need to take only this tank. So I just cut it out like that. After cutting, maybe there are some things here. I will just zoom in and cut it again. And now it is ready to use. You can use it directly. Otherwise, if you don't want this part, for example, for me, I just use a very simple tool. this paint here is a very simple. If you know another way, you can go ahead. But for me, I don't know how to use Photoshop or another software. But I just use paint like that. I just zoom on this one, and for example, I don't want this stem. I make it like that, and just pull your mouse like that. It will be disappear. Also, this one, you can just make it like that. It will be disappear. For this part, you can just simply make like that and pull. It will disappear. This one, you can just copy it from another one like that, and it will be okay like that. So if I don't want also the same, this one, just mark this part and pull. It will be disappeared. Also, you can just copy another one here to just like that, and copy this again just to use it on this one, and this part you can just hide it like that. Now it is okay. You can just directly copy and take it to your slide. So you have to prepare, and it seems that the quality is higher now, is a little bit higher. You have to prepare your all items before you start to do the graphical abstract like that. The second problem, let's just delete this one. The second problem, I want to remove part from this image. For example, this is anaerobic digestion process, and I want to take only the tank. This is a green tank. I don't want the other items. But I found here is a tube inside this tank. So how to just treat and prepare this image? Just simply, sorry, just simply I will cut the easy parts like that. By the way, this image also from VectorStock. I will just cut the easy parts like that and then zoom it to work on it conveniently. For example, I can remove background like that, and I just mark the areas to keep, and if I want to remove some areas, also click on this one. For me, I just click on the areas to keep. If you just click on this, click here, you will find these areas that can be kept. But I still have this one. So this one also can be handled by Paint like that. Simply, you can just pull like that. And this part can be just disappeared like that. So I have now I have the digester alone, so I can just use it directly like that. You can compare. Now it is convenient and I can use it directly. Also, you can just make some corrections for your color like that if you want, by increasing saturations and increasing your colors like that. Or you can keep it as it is. This is the second problem. The third problem, and the most difficult one, sometimes you may find your vector has some text here as a watermark of the website itself. In that case, it is not free. So I also use Paint to remove it. If you don't want another way, you can just follow this way. Simply, I will cut it out from these simple places like that. And I will take it to the Paint. For this part, I also will make like that to hide these parts. Now it is okay. The edge here is okay. Here is okay. Also, you can just hide this part like that. This part also can be disappeared. This is an easy way to just handle and treat the image that has some watermarks. Here also, this can be deleted directly. But we have a problem here, that this leaf is a little bit difficult. But if we just find it a mirror like that, you can simply copy this one and paste it here, and you can just use your rotation and just rotate it like that. So simply you can put it here. So I use the clear one and delete this one. It's okay. Now this part is a little bit difficult. I just try to zoom as much as can to treat this part because it has some curves here. So simply you can just remove the easy parts like that. Just mark it and clear, mark and clear like that. And for these parts, you can try to simply pull to just delete it like that. I think it is a very boring way, but for me it works. One image like that. If I just use this way, if I don't find similar image which is clear, so I just make it. For example, if I want to make a graphical abstract, I make it once. For example, yeah, for the whole items, I make this process in one image, and it's not time consuming. It just take a little bit time, as you see. So this part is clear now. When we zoom out, it will be more clear like that. We simply
Can we use Power BI or another software for making up this?
can we use what?
Power BI.
Power
Power BI.
Power BI?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what is it. I said before, if you have another method, I just show this because some people like me don't know how to use Photoshop or advanced softwares. So it's just a simple way to solve this problem. It seems not
Okay.
advanced method, but at least it works like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry for the time, but you will find the result at the end. Now I have a clear image. We just compare it with the previous one. Now I think it is okay and it can be used directly. Just it take maybe 5 or 10 minutes to finish it. Just a recommended method. So let's delete this. Here, if I just found an item like that and the background is not white, so it just can be simply use this function in PowerPoint to remove background. Just double click here and remove background. This purple parts can be removed. So if you can use it like that, you can just keep the changes. Now it is transparent, nothing in the background. But if you still want to keep these small parts, you can just zoom in and mark areas to keep like that, and you can simply click on these small parts to keep it with your image like that. I think now it is okay. Keep it changed, and it is transparent now. So you can just cut it out and use it directly like that. So the last one is the background is white here, but if I put it near to another item, it will cover part of this item like that. For example, if I want to put it here, it covers even the background is white, but it covers part of this flask. So I just use the same way. Sorry, I just use the same way is background removal and just keep it changed like that. So if I put it here, it will not cover anything. Uh, I don't want to take more time in this abstract, but I want to refer to something. Uh, I usually collect some items like that in a slide and use it directly. Let's let's take a look about uh, this is the main shapes of uh, PowerPoint. You can use some of them. For example, this one is important one. You can make something like that. If you just repeat it more than time, it will be like that. But in this way, you if you don't want to just show these parts, this edge, you can send it to background or bring front from here. So if I want to hide this one, I just send to background. So it disappeared now. If I just want to bring it at the top here, I just bring it for front. So it appears again. And an important point also, this alignment is very important in your graphical abstract. If you just want to repeat something, for example, repeat this arrow, uh, don't try to insert new arrows. So you can just simply copy it several times like that, and you can use it just to keep your alignment and to make your graphical abstract handled well and in symmetric way. Also, here are some points uh, like these arrows. These arrows is I think it's not good way to use it. Uh, I just know that there are some arrows in icons, but I just know it after creating this abstract. So in these icons, you can just search about arrows or anything you want. Just wait. Don't know why. Maybe there are some problems in PowerPoint. I'm sorry for this. Now let's look at the items. I don't know what happened. Opened it many times. I'm sorry for that. Teams have the same problem. Sorry for that. I just want to show something else. Here is some photos. I just downloaded before. It's related to my work. I just keep it like that, and if I want to create a graphical abstract, I just choose from these photos and use it directly, like that. Also, this is the PPT items from this Servier. You can download it and just use it offline, like that. You can just find many items here to use it directly. Now let's go for a questions. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, any questions?
Thank you, Dr. Ahmed, for this valuable presentation. But I have one little question that some photo or some pictures are need copyrights, mostly in graphical abstracts. Uh, all the image used must be original, not copied.
Yeah.
So, what what about VectorStock or this method
No.
you sang?
Because VectorStock is a paid, it is a paid website, but it has something free, so you can use it directly. But you hear, as I show here in these photos, for example, I downloaded this one. If I take this graph as it is, here there is a copyright issue. But if I just take this part, because usually this part is not created by the main author of this work. It's also collected from different websites, so you can just use an item or more than an item. So in that way, you will not find any issue about copyright. So you just,
Mm-hmm.
just don't use the whole image. Just use part of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Some people ask about a recording. The session is already recorded, and I will send the link after the session.
Yes, I will upload, and the one yesterday is under review. So maybe tomorrow I will set the link in group,
Okay,
and
thank you.
I will set those two
Okay,
links.
okay.
Yeah. Any question here?
Okay, good evening, Ahmed. It was a nice presentation. I would like to ask about the PPT items. I didn't hear you quite well. So from where can we download these PPT items that you have shared?
Okay.
The last,
You mean
yes, the folder that contain
this one?
PPT items.
You
No,
mean
no,
this
no, no,
one?
not this, not this. No. Go back to the folders, your folders.
This
Yes,
one?
the PPT items next
This
to it.
one?
Yes,
Yeah, it's
yes.
from website. This website. This
So
website.
can you
Yeah.
share the website? Can you share the website in the chats?
Yeah. Sure. I will share it. you can download all the slides it here, and you will find many categories of items here. This is the website. Oh, sorry, yeah, you can go directly to the homepage. And this is VectorStock. I will also share it with you. You can also use it. And this is the homepage of the second one. Any more questions?
Yes, guys, you can save the links. And Ahmed, you can show them your email address. Yeah, I'm sure, some questions will pump out when they want to practice
No
it.
problem. No problem. Here is
Yeah.
my email. You can send me an email anytime. You are welcome. And I'm pleased to help all of you.
Yeah, then I have to extend my appreciation again to our dear old friend. And thank you for guys for coming. You are always so curious and so hardworking. I'm sure you will achieve your dream and fulfill your dreams in China. Okay, and thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.